Where have you been? You didn't call, you didn't write. I haven't heard from you since before Christmas. Hang on a minute, that was me. My apologies. I've been skiving. I'm not here for YouTube fame. I'm not interested. I just like sharing my knowledge. I get a kick. My ego gets stroked by finally, for once in my life, being a bit of an expert on something. But because I'm not doing it for YouTube and to get millions of subscribers, I did get a little bit lazy. And I also found out a few things from the analytics, like most people stop watching my videos at 2 minutes. So I sort of gave up and just thought, wow, there's a bit of information out there. I might do one when I feel like it. But yesterday I woke up to 7 comments from someone who had watched all the videos. And I'm not here for YouTubers and for everyone who need entertainment and edit. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. Mister, I watched all 7 videos and left a comment on every single one from start to finish. I'm here for you. So I thought, well, if someone is out there, just one person, and I get the opportunity to somehow financially impact their life by making sure they make the right decisions when starting their supplement business, then it's worth doing. So I'm putting the camera back on. Excuse me, last night I got the DSLR set up. I thought I was going to look like one of those YouTubers, but I don't know what I'm doing with lighting and all that nonsense. But I'll keep playing around, but I hope the video is clearer. Sadly, too clear. I can start to see all my warts and all. Sweating as always because I'm in Malaysia, at home. I've just got back from the gym, had a shower, and I'll probably be sweating. I apologize for that. But let's get into this video because apparently, if I want you to watch more of this, then I've got to tell you what's coming up in the video. So let me tell you, boom, a look at upcoming videos. I've listed a whole load of videos I think I'm going to make, and you can see them here. We'll get into that to see if there's going to be anything worth you hanging around for, whether it's worth subscribing or not. Don't forget to do that if you haven't. Like and subscribe if you love your mum.
Just do it!
Timestamps added. We've added time. We're going to add timestamps today, but they're all written out. I'll get into that. Ebook is done. I keep promising an ebook on the previous videos. I'll tell you how to get it. Do not click. The do not click tab. Now, I did mention in a couple of videos that on the website, there'll be a do not click tab. And I'm going to put all the resources and templates I mentioned in these videos there. Let me tell you what's going on with that. I need some help with some topics. A lot of people aren't watching the full videos. Or more importantly, people are watching certain videos in the masses, but others are just being neglected. And I'm guessing it's the topics. So I need some help with that. A newsletter via Patreon. Patreon, are you already going to start asking for a margarita off me? Yep, maybe. I don't know. But I'm thinking about something like a 20-page monthly newsletter. And I'll tell you about that if you want to listen. A special offer to talk with me. And a couple of people mentioned, how do I talk with you? I've mentioned in the videos, you can go to the website. But I want to do an offer for anyone who's found me on YouTube.
Shut up and take
And
my money.
would you like a live? Should we go live? I'm up for going live one evening. That would be cool, where you just ask questions and we'll see if I know my stuff, because it will be in real time. Now, you can see I'm not scripted. So I hope I know my stuff in real time, but there's nothing like getting out on a live and having strangers you can't see hit you up with questions. I'm up for that. So let's get into it. I'm Mark. It's lovely to meet you. And I'll keep this one short. It's just a, hey, I'm still here. The lights are on and someone's still home. So a look at the upcoming videos. You can see there on the screen, we've got plenty of stuff to get into, covering affiliates, covering custom versus private label. But where I've sort of generalized and covered the topic, where I've covered the topic in general, I think we can dial down deeper, because it's all very well. There's a lot of videos out there with people giving you the 17-minute overview. But what you probably want is videos where you sit there working whilst I'm sat working and guiding at the same time. So rather than say you need an email newsletter, for example, I think a great video to make would be to show you the exact layout of my email newsletter and give you the template. So you can actually go away and do it, not just walk away from these videos going, oh, I need an email newsletter, and just knowing so little about it that you don't take those steps. All right. I hope those videos are looking interesting. If so, we will be covering them coming soon. Number 2, timestamps added. Yesterday, my partner, my wife, my girlfriend, her indoors, she who must be obeyed, God bless her. She spent actually the last 2 days watching my lovely face on video and I wouldn't wish that upon my worst enemy. But she sat through all, I think we got 12 videos now, and she's time stamped everything every couple of seconds, every couple of minutes. Now, Google was telling me, this is sad news, right? Every YouTube video I watch on how to do a good job and make your videos engaging says keep the best bit till the last 80% of the video. Reveal the golden nugget there in the ta-da moment, and people will be like, wow, that was such a great video. And they'll want to watch more and they'll want to subscribe to make sure they don't miss any. So I've been stacking all the real value in every video in that last 80%. And the analytics have told me, as I just mentioned, that most people are jumping off a video around 2 minutes, which is no good on my how to get affiliates video. That's 42 minutes long. And there's nuggets throughout on that, but you're missing them. It's a shame. I'm hoping the timestamps will now allow you to see which bits are relevant to you and which bits aren't. And then you can just skip ahead. So we'll keep the timestamps up. Timestamp Hero is here. It's not me, it's the wife. God bless her. And she'll be doing that on every video. I hope that helps. Alrighty. The ebook is done. I kept talking about this ebook, the 4 mistakes. Now in the video, you'll know that there are 4 videos out on this channel called the 4 mistakes. And you'll notice that I just ad lib like I am now in real time, just off the top of my head. That's cool because I'm not the sort of guy to sit down and script a video. But I went over to Thailand for a month recently after I made those videos. You might have seen the 2 videos of me on the beach there having a run. And I spent that time in Thailand watching those 4 videos back, translating them over, but then adding and writing them properly as if they were going into a book. And because I was able to slow the process down and not do it in real time, I was able to add images and everything. So that ebook is pretty cool. I don't want nothing for it, except for an email address, but you can unsubscribe straight away. But I promise you this, I'm not in a position to start emailing right now. There's no $5,000 mentorship program or inner circle bullshit. There's none of that. So you won't hear from me. But if I pull my finger out and maybe in 3 to 6 months, maybe get a test newsletter out or something, you might hear that. But like I say, you can subscribe. But just give me that email address so that I can send the ebook to you. I think it's 37 pages, and there's some real great stuff in there that's not covered on the videos. To get that, www.yoursupplementbusiness.com. And we'll get that embedded onto the homepage. Right now, I'm working on a new homepage layout. Can you see that? Yeah. So, scribblings of a madman. Why is it out of focus there in a weird light? Anyway, it all looks fake, doesn't it? I got my DSLR on and it all looks fake. Someone said, is this stuff a background? No, it's all real. But it's just these DSLR cameras. They do that field of vision or whatever it's called, field of view. Anyway, it's a blurry background, but it's all real. Here's the homepage. Getting back to what we're talking about. So in the next couple of days, you'll see a nice homepage and there'll be an opt-in box to get that email, but that ebook. But you can get it right now. Just go to the homepage, and as you slowly bring your mouse, I'm old school, but if you're on your phone, I guess your fingers to close down, that pop-up box should appear. Just put your name, first name and email, and you'll get that ebook, and it's really great. And then you can unsubscribe. Okay, tell me topics. I've been looking, I'm not into the analytics too much. I have no enthusiasm to be a YouTuber, but I touched a guy's life once. He came to me on $2,000 a month on Amazon, and 9 months, 12 months later, he's on 100,000. He'd done 3 months of $100,000 using TikTok and little short videos. Sort of gave him some ideas there. So that's why I do this. Now, if only one person watches, if it's just you, that's cool. But I need to know what you want to see, because I've had a glance as much as I can and bear at the analytics. And what I'm seeing is the 2 videos on drop shipping versus private label and, how to drop ship. Those 2 videos have seen nearly 250 views. Whereas like the 4 mistakes, the most watched one's seen 40. So the topics are important, and I just don't want to waste your time, and I don't want to get burnt out either. So put in the comments, Mark, do a video on this. It would be so much easier if you just gave me a little inkling as to what confuses you most when starting or growing your supplement business, and I will answer those questions in videos. Give me the topics. Let me get this dialed in, so every time you get a little notification that I've put a new video out, and you'll only do that if you subscribe. So make sure you do that. But every time you get a notification, that video should be super dialed in and be like gold to you. Well worth the 20 minutes to watch or whatever. Give me those topics. Newsletter via Patreon. I don't know about the Patreon thing. I don't know about people buying me a margarita, but then when I take someone from $2,000 a month to $100,000 a month, hell, you should be buying me a couple of margaritas, right? So I'm thinking of doing a Patreon, but I don't want to do a Patreon where I double up videos. I've thought long and hard about this. And this is why I didn't really get into it for a year. I'm like, I just don't want to monetize it because I don't want the responsibility. If I start taking money off people, I really have to die for them. And I don't know if I'm prepared to do that in making like exclusive videos. And I wouldn't know how to differentiate between my standard video where I just riff off the top of my head and an exclusive video because I'm not holding anything back in these videos. So, I mean, I could start scripting the Patreon ones, but I'm not interested. But what I wouldn't mind doing, I do like writing. And so let me know in the comments if you like the idea of a Patreon, very cheap, I don't know, $10 a month, a margarita. And I deliver something like maybe a 15 or 20 page newsletter in there, broken down into categories, maybe the 7 or 8 categories that are important to us. So finding products, branding every month, an article, a great article, maybe 2,000 words on getting branding dialed into match your market or niche, etc. Maybe we do how to optimize shipping, and that article will be on the differences between shipping from home, using the manufacturer, using a dedicated 3PL, or giving everything to Amazon, for example. And I could do probably a 20-page newsletter every month. So let me know if that would be of interest, because I'm only going to do it if people really want it. Uh, and maybe for the price of a margarita, which is about $8, $9 these days. Last thing, special offer to talk. Oh, second to last, special offer to talk to me. I've spoke with a few people, a couple of people on YouTube who watch YouTube videos have come over to the website and they've booked the session. But I realized that a lot of people on YouTube are sort of starting out and are on a budget. And I know sometimes it can be a little bit costly. I don't want to get out of bed for nothing. I've made my life. I've worked the 18-hour days, and I'm quite happy with a residual income sitting in the piano bar every day drinking said margaritas. So I need to have a drink out of it, but what I'm thinking is as a one-off, maybe if I did a special at $95 and we talk for an hour and a half, 2 hours. How you want to get a couple of beers towards the end and allow me to have a beer too? I've done this with a couple of clients before. We've gone 3.5 hours having a great time and still delivering maximum value. So if you would like to talk to me one-on-one, specifically about your idea, your needs, or your struggling existing supplement business, let me know. I've got 16 years worth of sales experience and 11 years of online e-com marketing experience. Paired, it makes one hell of a combo. And it's what saw me do $442,000 US in my first 12 months out of the gate. And I didn't even finish school, really. I did nothing for a lot of exams. So you don't need to be an academic or an intellect. You just got to be a little bit sharp and prepared to roll your sleeves up and do the work. If you want to talk to me, leave a comment or something and I'll message you back and we'll work out how to do this. You can find me on Fiverr currently, where I've got 400 reviews. Everyone's 5 stars in all 3 categories. I've not dropped a star yet. So I think I can do a hell of a job for you. And I'm pretty good at thinking in real time, but you're always welcome to let me know your situation up front. Lastly, would you like me to do a live? This would be the ultimate test of do I know my shit? That would be to do a live, and I'd love to. I'd love to do a live any evening US time, this week, next week, the weekend maybe, any evening US time, and I'll do it. And you can put the questions in the comments box. I don't even know how a live works, but I've watched them and I think you just ask comments. But I think we'd need to pre-plan this rather than me just, I was going to go live tonight, but I thought, you know what? There'll probably be one person turn up. So maybe a bit of notice for you. And maybe I can put a banger session together. Hell, maybe we just get on a live and I go for like 2 hours and just give you that sort of session that I would do if you came to me and said, give me everything you can in a couple of hours, which would be pretty much everything. We can't dial in, but I could give you everything, including the to-do list, the timelines, the costs involved, the 3 legal areas you need to watch for, and so on. So let me know if a live would be of interest, if you could be bothered to turn up. Because if you think that you could, then I will make myself available and we'll do that, because that could be some fun. I might even have a beer on the go or something. Listen, I am not your Ben Greenfield. I am not your David Goggins. I live life hard and fast. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. So I'm happy to have a beer. And right now, I think I need a cigarette. So I've been Mark. You've been awesome. Go and watch those videos. I've got a lot to learn about the YouTube thing, such as when you've watched the video, I should be recommending another video related that would keep you learning. I'm trying to find my feet and I'm still trying to make the decision on whether I want to bother. But I'll tell you this, the reason I made this video today and I hadn't made a video for about a month, I think, is because you left 7 comments yesterday. Yes, you. So thank you. Any comments, any engagement, I can't ignore someone saying, hey, Mark, help me up. Because when I had nothing when I started my supplement company. I'd historically always earned really great money. And I had a lot of money in the bank at one point, having been general manager of a giant car site with 500 cars on it. So I sort of thought I could retire and go and bum around for a bit. And I headed off around Europe, and then I got to Thailand and sort of partied for 2 years, but I started running out of money. And I had nothing when I set up my supplement company, but an incredible woman, a mentor, looked down and saw me looking up. And I said, please, would you mind changing my life and just giving me a hand? And she said, okay. And I had to do something for her. I had to work 3 months for free, an apprenticeship, if you like. But I'm an older man who understands the value of an apprenticeship. If a master says, I'll give you my time, I'll give you my time. You just work hard and let me see you action in what I teach, and you can have my time. So I did those 3 months and it changed my life. And I now realize, well, there's 1,000, 100 million thousand people I'm always looking up to. Help me, help me. I actually realize there's a lot more people below me who were just in the same position, but they haven't got someone like I had to help them up. And so that's why I do these videos, is to show you the right ways, to make sure you don't make the mistakes. And I've seen a lot of people make the wrong financial mistakes, chasing trending products, putting profit before people, and making it all about vitamin sales rather than a niche or an ailment, which you can just grow evergreen. People are choosing the wrong products, trendy products, intermittent products like detox, hangover formulas. These are products that get taken once or twice a week at maximum. We want joint formulas, testosterone, menopause. Menopause, you'll have a lady on a menopause supplement for 3 years. And during that time, if you do a great job providing her with incredible information about her journey, what to expect, what she's going to go through, and sharing stories via a newsletter, etc., then you can always plug more products in, maybe to help her after the menopause journey. And a lady after the menopause journey will be in her 50s and could suffer from bad joints. Brain fog is often a result of menopause. So we could have focus, but it just keeps going on and on and on. But if you go and put all your money on Irish sea moss or turmeric because it's trending, you'll get nowhere. And that's why I'm here, is to help you up if you need it. And there's a lot more people above me. I'm not looking down in that respect. Like, it's just a metaphor for saying I was on my ass once and someone said, come on, let me get you going. And it's made such a financial impact on my life. But I'll tell you this, there's probably times I would have checked out. I've never been happy with life, and told my mum some 20 years ago, I wish I hadn't been born, which is kind of sad. And I did apologize some years later, but I've never really enjoyed my life. And I tell you why. In my previous life, I had money, but I was doing a job that sucked. I didn't enjoy car sales. But when I built the supplement company, I no longer had these depressing thoughts, because for the first time in my life, I had a purpose. And that purpose was, I had created a formula. And if you go in private label, then you'll find a formula. But for me, I'd created a custom formula. And my purpose was to connect it to the people who had the ailments that the formula had the solutions for. That's all I needed to do. And it was my sole purpose. Every day I got up out of bed and I got to get this product to more people. And it wasn't about the product and it wasn't about the money, but it was about my damn ego and how good I felt every day getting these emails from people saying, Mark, you've really changed my life. You've fixed this problem. You've helped my marriage, whatever it was. And Wow, it's an incredible journey to go on, especially if you spent at that time the first 36 years of your life wondering when your achievements were actually going to match your potential. I had potential. We all do. You do. But until we know where to put that intent and that energy, it's just useless. I used to use the analogy. One of my friend's mums, I bumped into her one day and she said, "How the hell are you doing, Mark?" And I said, she did a little bit of work for me at some time, like helping me as a PA. And she said, "How are you getting on with the business and everything?" Yes. I said, "You know what? This was like a sort of marketing business, but it wasn't my real purpose." And I said to her, "I feel like a Ferrari. I got all this power and this performance, but I got four flat tires and no steering wheel. I got no oomph and no direction, and I don't know what to do." And it was only when I went into the supplement industry and started realizing, that little guy sat at school that wasn't listening to the teacher because he was sat looking out the classroom window thinking, "I'm going to change the world. I'm going to change the world. Mark, listen, sorry, sir. I'm going to change the world." Well, by 21, when I thought that would have happened, it didn't. Life came along and kicked me in the balls. But at 36, I was able not to change the world, but someone's world by connecting them to a supplement that held the solutions to their ailments. And it felt great. And now I want to try and impact your world. And I want to do that by giving you the same tools and strategies and advice I was given by my mentor. And if you kick ass, roll up your sleeves and grab that hammer and start beating on that ball and chain that is life, the 9 to 5, the having to have a business card or go to meetings and suffer colleagues that really secretly you want to strangle. If you want to get away from all that, then work and I'll give you everything you need, all the tools. All you got to do, stay subscribed. This isn't a YouTube plug, but hell, if you don't subscribe, you ain't going to see the next video. And I'm fired up now, and I'm going to start putting out some bangers. I'll get my lighting tuned in when I can be bothered, and I'll look pretty like a YouTuber, even if it means a bag over my old age head. We'll get that done. But I can have a lot of great content. So thanks for watching this video. I know there's probably only just you left. Everyone else left after 2 minutes. But if you're still here, you're the only one I'm here for. So go and watch all those other videos, and I'll be back soon with some great stuff. But help guide me. All the information you need is already out there. Pretty much. I don't think many people get into it like I do, as in depth. But the information is out there, but it's not in the right order, right? So help me make sense of it too and give it to you in the order you really need it in. Because I would have thought the right order would be how to find a product, how to build a brand around a bunch of people to sell that product, how to find a manufacturer, blah, 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 blah. But, we've got 10 views on those sort of videos and yet 200 on the drop shipping supplements. So maybe you're all a little bit ahead. Maybe you yourself are ahead of where I think you're at. So just guide me and I'll be back with a banger video next time. As always, you've been awesome. I've been Mark, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, and let me know the answers to these questions. Do we want a live? If so, let's do it. Cheers.